You couldn't make it up. It's been quite a road. It's been quite a road. Been quite a road. You know, Calvin Harris. Calvin Harris. Sorry, it's quite funny. There's a gritter along, and they've named it after Calvin Harris. That's quite cool. Ken, he made his mark, didn't he? Anyway, clean up your car. No, it's just a wee experiment because back when I worked at the rental place, I remember I was a valeter, and the guy saw this person's car parked up at the railway station. It had a big load of rubbish, higher than that, piled up. And he was like, "Look at the state of that." And I was like, "I know." Never thought I'd turn into that. But at the end of the day, it's just an experiment. It's like Super Size Me, innit? When he just decides to eat nothing but McDonald's for I don't know how long and see how I get fat. Interestingly, it wasn't the McDonald's really per se that made him fat, it was the sugary drinks. The sugary drinks will make you fat more than the food. I mean, aside from the chemicals and the lack of nutrition in the food's not that bad, because with the whole keto thing, the meat will keep you fuller for longer. So I've gone through a wee McDonald's binge, and I didn't really put much weight on. Okay, you might not feel full energy, and you feel no bad. It's no. But you go through phases. You go, right. I've been the hardcore kind of focused athlete. Let's just have a wee break and just fuck it. Just eat, because you get bored of the routine, don't you? You get bored of the whole porridge every morning, and then the same boring old food. False dichotomy in it. Eating healthy versus eating unhealthy. Why not be somewhere in between? You can eat unhealthy some of the time, but to keep the healthy shit going as well. I need to get back into that because you can't just eat shit food the whole time and expect. But as I say, it's an interesting experiment because we're in the off season. The training's not going to start until December really properly. So just keep eating shit food on the go. Sausage rolls keeps you full. But it's more costly, in it? Way of living. Cost of living so low, whatever. So, sausage roll, coffee, a couple of donuts every morning. It's turned into that. But, yeah, you get bored of the whole making food in the house, but I think I need to get back to that. I need to get back, as I said in the previous video, get back on track, get back eating healthy, get back on the routine, the training, at least half hour on the indoor, and that'll get me going again. I've lost the momentum, but I think you need time out to avoid the burnout, so it's a whole fine line. I've said that before, isn't it? So it will be a win-win if I stop eating so much junk food, because you'll save money, plus you'll feel better, more energy, more money in your pocket, and then when you get into the eating the food every day, preparing the food every day, there's something quite ritualistic about that. You enjoy the process, the creative process of eating nice healthy food, as well as the exercise, which is a nice healthy nice ritual, and you get into that. So that's the way to get back into that. And but it's fun letting like I say, it's a wee experiment. It's fun to go through phases, and you go, oh well, I'll just let it all pile up now. I'll just empty it all out in one go, and then organise it into the recycling things, take it into the house, and then get back to not living like you're driving around in a mobile dustbin. That's but I think when you've got when you're fit, it doesn't take much, does it? Like to that, I would look at like, oh, how are you gonna muster the energy to do it? You can't live like that. But at the end of the day, I'm just living in the car on my own, so why would you care? It's not like I'm driving people around in it. So it's just me, myself, and I, and my rubbish, and so. But time to get back on track. I think eat healthy, train regularly, get back into that, and then start the upward movement towards training properly. I've said before that I like the off season. It's quite good because I like the added challenge of the cold weather. Some people shy away from that. I didn't shy away from it last year. There was an interesting one. I did a big long bike ride last year, and last year wasn't the best because I did too much too soon. Got burnt out. Of course, we had the shitty weather in the summer, didn't we? It rained all summer, so that stopped the whole thing. But I got to about January, February, and I felt burnt out already. So there's a lesson. That's all fine line with the athlete thing. You got to peak at the right time, and as I've said, how do you peak? How do you peak at the right time? It's a big question. You got to. It's a fine line. But I think so. This year, start in December, and we'll build it slowly, gradually. Build the base. Build the base. Don't know what I put too. I put too many big efforts in too early, and then I got burnt out, and then I ultimately didn't perform great at the races in the summer, and so that's the way it goes. You've got to learn everything. Learn what you've done wrong, and then do it properly. So I think next year should learn, not do the same things wrong. I've learned various things, and hopefully it'll all come together, and I'll be the best athlete I've been, just by doing all the right things and don't do so much of the wrong things. Because the definition of insanity, isn't it, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. How's that going to work out for you? It's not really, is it? So you got to learn it, man. Do it in a new way, and I think the new way, get right back into traveling right on my backside and just focus on myself, and don't be involved in drama, which is pull you away from it, innit? And people that don't support your vision, or people that and they can watch from the sidelines, it's fine, and they can say tidy up your car, but it's funny. It's funny. You can say that all you want. It doesn't really matter. It's funny. But didn't judge me on the mess. Judge me on. I think they say like the reflection of your surroundings, it reflects your state of mind and everything. So maybe it is. It's all well for me to kind of rationalise and say, oh, well, who cares? I'm just having fun. I'm just creating art, just have fun with it. But really, I was at a point where I was like David Beckham, organising these socks methodically and all that. And it was really quite, getting into the routine. And that's where the oil goes, and your little bits and pieces in your bike parts and everything, cleaning them. And that's where that goes, and everything in its place. And it's all an extension of the same thing. Do it all, enjoy it all. Even if it's just, arranging your bits and pieces and your tyres, and that's where that goes, and that's a spare one. Knowing what, there's a whole load of shit involved in it. And there's a lot involved. You are your own athlete, your own motivational speaker, your own coach, masseur, mechanic, so it's not easy, is it? And then, of course, if you do end up getting the kudos of a win, well, you don't get much money, do you? You just get the kudos, but priceless, isn't it?